ease and confidence, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining the live. We are going to get started. Um, and I am getting started here. Letting my screen get to popping up, friends. We're going to get it going. And let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all coming on in. I'm about to go live. Let's see. Um, uh, Appreciate you all joining the live. Thank you so much. We're going to get started in just a moment. I am getting everything set up. I am running behind, as you all can tell. This is my Go Live with Ease and Confidence. I want to make sure I am supporting all of you with going live as you are connecting with your audience. Thank you all for being here. I am going to go to the bathroom real quick. I know when I come back, you guys will be in the room, but that is okay. No one in the room. That is awesome. Perfect timing. So we're going to go live here. Thank you all for joining the live. Appreciate everybody coming in. Hello, friends. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you joining the live. Hello, this is my Go Live with Ease and Confidence. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get started in a second. Thank you all for the comments. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for the compliments as well. So I literally just went running to the bathroom and back. I was out of breath. But appreciate all the comments. Let me know if there's questions. And you know I don't speak other languages but English. So let me know if there's any questions, friends. Hello, hello. How are you, friend? That's totally fine. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the compliments. Appreciate all the support, friends. We are going to, how are you? I am doing well. Thank you so much for coming in, friends. We're going to get to chatting and talking. I appreciate everybody coming into the live. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, Thank you all for the compliments as well. And we will get started in just a few moments, friends. So let me know if there's any questions. Hi, how are you? Come on in. Make sure you like the live, comment, like some of our friends have been doing. And if you have not subscribed, we are subscribing. So make sure you subscribe to the channel because this channel, I do this twice a day, 10 and 4. So I want to make sure you guys are getting this good information. So come on in. Let me know if you are not a subscriber. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and we're going to get started, friends. I need to go over. Subscribe done. There we go. That's what it's all about. Appreciate you, friend. So thank you so much. I appreciate all the support. We are going to get started in a second. You guys know I do the co-streaming. I am going on the TT as well. I do co-stream over there. We're doing the last couple of days of what they call Community Fest, and so that is happening. And so we're just going to go live with ease and confidence, and just make sure we are building community. So I'm going to cut the light on just to get a little bit more extra light. My overhead light was not on. Thank you all for being here. Let me know if you have questions. I appreciate you joining the live. Let me know if there are any questions. I appreciate you joining and supporting the live as well, friends. All that are coming in, appreciate you coming through the live on both channels, on both platforms. And so we're going to get going in just a few minutes. I'm going to Put a few of these treasure boxes out and make sure my friends know we are here. Thank you so much coming in, friend. How you doing, T? Thank you so much. Let me know where you're from, friend. All my friends joining. Luna. as if I wasn't messaging you a second ago, friend. Luna, what are you doing on TikTok? Well, I had no idea you were on TikTok. Where have you been? Yeah, you know what? So what had happened is that I was on the other side of TikTok. You know, I was on my other page, and so I was finishing up some stuff there. And so when you were messaging, it was like perfect time. And I was like, I need to get over here because I'm supposed to be live. So I had to get myself going, get myself over in these other streets, the other side of the street for TikTok. And then I was in the YT. So I was messaging over there and getting my YT up and running too. So you guys know I do the co-streaming. So when I get started, it's not just a quick boop, go live. It's always me going live on one platform, making sure I'm set up over there, and then I have to come over here. One thing I did do though, great multitasking. I am multitasking constantly. Hi, it's me, Stacy P. Hi, SP. SP. So what is SP gonna be now? SP, is this another page, or did you just change your name? Okay, you changed your name. Okay. I was like, did you? Because I was thinking, I was like, I think your follower count. Are you gonna create a new page? I just changed it. Are you gonna create another page? Because I know, well, I'm assuming, and this might just be a wrong assumption, that were you interested in TikTok Shop? For some reason, I felt like I answered a question about TikTok Shop with you before, so maybe I'm wrong. Thinking of it from my business. Okay, what's your business? What's your business, friend? I'm curious. Thank you all who are joining the live. I appreciate you coming in. We are talking, we are chatting. We're going to talk about Community Fest. One thing I did, I was just saying I was multitasking because I had a couple of things I was doing for my shop side. It's a jewelry business. Nice. What kind of jewelry? Okay, I'm intrigued. Hey, Betsy, how are you, friend? Come on in. How are you doing? I'm intrigued. What kind of business? Oh, business, jewelry. All right. All right, jewelry business. What type of jewelry? Um, uh, but I have digital products too, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. Girl, I'm amazing. Oh, I am intrigued. Look, yeah, Luna is definitely intrigued. So yeah, Frank, you need to talk about the jewelry business. Do you make it? Do you source it somewhere? Like, what's your process? Is it like handmade, or do you source it from different places? Is it a type of style? Like, what do you do? Because you need to click Luna's bio. I'm just gonna tell you that now, because Luna is all into nice, unique pieces. Hello, Miss Darlene. How are you? No, I source it. Okay, okay. Is it a certain? Thank you so much. Is it a certain type of style of jewelry? Like, do you do like I'm trying to think of like the sterling silver? Do you do gems? Do you do stones? Like, what does that look like? Now we're in. Let's see, I went real deep, didn't I? Luna, did I go deep? That's okay. Do you sell on whatnot? There we go. Do you sell on whatnot? There we go. That's what she's talking about. Eve, how are you, friends? Come on in. Reggae, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. See, you got customers in the room. So yes, we need to get you all together straight. Stacy P. SP. Hello, everyone. How you doing, Darlene? Hello, Miss Darlene. I appreciate you being here. And Reggae, thank you so much for being here. You said hello, everyone, too. Okay, appreciate your friends. I have it all in actuality. I was paparazzi consulted. I have lots of accessories. Ooh, okay, there you go. There you go. Awesome, awesome. We'll be going live. There we go. You're gonna go live. Yeah, definitely go live. Definitely go live. I know the paparazzi community is pretty big here too. I've seen a couple of different sellers. So what I would tell you, if you have not gone live, maybe look at some of the others and how they set theirs up, just as a suggestion, just for to generate ideas. To generate ideas. That's all I said that for. Just so that you kind of get a sense of how they do things, especially any of the top sellers. So that way you can, kind of take some nuggets from them. The reason why I said that out loud, because that's actually partially the reason why I was running late today, because I had gone to a live stream. This was actually yesterday. One of the things that I have is the air fryer, and I posted twice about it so far, so you can look on my other page, and I posted about it, where I was doing. I was talking to my husband. I said, "Should I go live again with it? Should I go live with it at all? Because I hadn't done it yet." And then I had some chicken. It's a long roundabout story, but I had some chicken that was marinating, and I was like, "Oh, let me throw it inside the air fryer and see how it does." And so the chicken had got, it wasn't fully done. I needed to put it on the roasting setting, and I didn't put it on the roasting. I put it on air fryer. Long story short, that was not long enough the way I had said it. So that was my fault, not the air fryer fault. So I had to turn the chicken over and then put it back in. So that's why I was late, y'all. And then when I came back, I was taking pictures of the process so I could use it for footage. Again, I'm thinking of content. So I could use it for footage. And with that being said, when I came over to my shop page, because that was the last page I was on, Luna had commented, and I was responding to her comment. So that's what happened. Yes, because I'm no longer Kasana, I'm looking to finish up selling and focus on digital. Okay, that's a good strategy. I love that. That's a good strategy. Yeah, so if you want to sell out what you have and then ultimately shift to digital products in particular. I'm looking at the time and said it's a bit longer than usual. What you mean? What's a bit longer than usual? Tell me more. What does that mean? Hold on one second. Um, what you mean? What time? What are you saying? I might have missed what you. Was there another comment that came in? What's a bit longer? You were a bit longer than usual on your live. Who, me? You talking about right now? There's a timestamp you're looking at? Let me know. Oh, later than usual. Yes. Later. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. Because my brain is a bit later. Thank you so much, y'all. Sometimes I look at stuff and it's me. It's not y'all, it's me. It took me a second to process, and obviously I was not reading that correctly. So yes. Yes. I was later than usual. That was the thing about it. So I was trying to do all the things. I did accomplish one of the things on my list. I do the same thing. I know. That's the thing about going live. So I'm gonna tell y'all that now. My newbies in the room, you're gonna see stuff, and don't overthink it. It is what it is. Sometimes things come up, the words, you're trying to understand what people are saying, and don't let me get started on people's names. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. Where you try to figure out the names, but hey, you get used to it. Um, yeah, so I was definitely a bit later, and then what I did was accomplish a couple things I said I was gonna do. I posted on my other page. I did a video over there. That was kind of what I was doing. I added my products to my account the way I told them I was gonna do, and then I also scheduled events. So that was my other task. I had a little list of things I need to do. So I was sharing this earlier just so as you guys are coming in, I appreciate you all coming to the live and supporting the live. I was saying, I posted this morning about goals. You said, check. Yes. I said, I posted this morning about goals because that's my mindset. This July, starting this month, there's some things I need to accomplish. There's some things I want to set in play. If you put it out there and just start working your plan, having your goals set, and start working the plan, you'll see how you'll grow. You'll see how things will get accomplished. You'll see what essentially will come from you doing what you need to do to be successful. And so that's it. Accountability. You my accountability person. Well, let's say this. He said, I need that. Yes. Well, I saw your post yesterday on the IG group. I'm so proud of you, friend. I responded really late. And then honestly, today, that's actually something I didn't accomplish because I was supposed to go there and send my daily message. And it just popped in my head that I hadn't had a chance to check over there yet. Because I woke up this morning, I was like, I'm going to post. And so literally I grabbed my phone and I started my little post that I did on this page. And then I said, I'm definitely going to post on the shoppable page too. So I got 2 things done today. And so that was kind of the goal, just to make sure I was posting. Thank you all, friends. So because I did that, I didn't do my normal routine when I go over there and look and just check in And so I missed the opportunity to do that. And then obviously coming off my live, I totally didn't go over there yet either. I usually do, but I think I had the other things on the to-do list that I wanted to make sure I accomplished. So with that, just know you energized and motivated me in our one-on-one. Tell the folks about your one-on-ones. Luna said, you know what? You need to promote yourself a little bit more, Dr. Lisa. I don't know what you've been doing lately. You need to make sure the folks know. Yes, friend. I appreciate you. Yes, so I do. Good job today too, Coach Miss Jessie. I saw your friend. Yes, look at you. She went live. She did a shoppable live after this. And you know, I came in on your live because I was doing my to-do list. So I came in, I was like, okay, let me make sure I jump in. Well, I jumped in on this account. I was like, oh shoot, I need to build my shop account. So that's why I went back over and then I had to do my other tasks. So I wasn't able to stay super, super long. But I was like, I'm gonna check in and see if this live about shop or not. So that's what ended up happening. But great job, friend. Yeah, I need to promote myself. You say yes. I know her one-on-ones are amazing. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Child, 2.5 hours. Ooh, congratulations. Also filled out your feedback form. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, friend. Luna, you're like, look here. I am going to put all the things out there about Dr. Lisa. Thank you so much. That's what you need. You need people who are going to support you from soup to nuts, from all of it. Yeah, so I do one-on-ones, and my friends who are coming in, if you are new to me, we're gonna talk. I'm gonna be talking a lot about my services, and very soon, okay? Because the thinking is going into this next week, I'm going to launch my coaching. So just so that you guys know, and I know there was a few of you who had been saying, okay, Dr. Lisa, are you gonna have multiple sessions available to coach people and get you ready and going and making sure, to a certain extent, some of it is, helping you build confidence. So this live is talking about confidence. Confidence as a TikTok live host. Some of it is confidence building. Some of it is strategy. Just knowing how to get started. Some of it is accountability. A lot of times we don't have someone who's going to say, hey, I need you to do this, and I need you to do this by this date and time so we can move to the next level. And so there's some of that accountability that's built in too. And I know life gets to life, but sometimes we let the life take over, and then the things we want to do and want to accomplish never start because we let other things get in the way. I'm coming to Dr. Lisa's room every day, no matter what. I appreciate you. That's the board. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. Thank you for pushing me to go live today. There we go. There we go. I hope it was successful, friend. I popped in and I'm so impressed with your live setup too. The way you do it is just it's like fun, it's interesting, it's very laid back, and at the same time it's like runway model like. So I love it. I love it. Yes, need accountability. And we all do. And I do. My accountability people, my accountability people, and I use that plural on purpose, is you all. You guys keep me. Like, hey, I need to show up. Hey, I need to be held accountable. Hey, I need to make sure people, to a certain extent, y'all count on me, I count on y'all. And so this is what this relationship is about. And you just want to make sure that you are showing up and doing what you need to do, and you get rewarded for that. So you keep showing up, you keep doing the work. And we talked earlier, and I think that conversation was really beneficial because at the same time, we recognized, you said, I love that. Yes. At the same time, there are other people out here, and it's easy for us to kind of start looking and thinking like, well, wait a minute, what's happening over here? And I don't say that you shouldn't. I think there's strategy that sometimes people have that you're like, okay, that I get the strategy. And that's what Coach Miss Jessie was talking about essentially. She said, hey, there's some strategy things that are happening in these TikTok streets that maybe we can kind of come glean and take that in and think very strategically about how do we apply some of that strategy in our own way. So that was my takeaway. That's what I heard. Now, if that's not what you meant, Coach Miss Jessie, I'm sorry. That was my takeaway. You said, oh, you sold more glasses and hats. Look at you, friend. That's what it's all about. See, I'm happy you went live too. There we go. There we go. That's the whole thing with the live sessions too. Not all of them are going to be successful. I will tell you guys that. I can attest to that. But at the same time, it's practice, and the practice makes progress. And then, the old, that's exactly what I was saying. Yep, that's it. And so, the practice makes progress. And I say that all the time because that really is the reality. And if you're learning about what you can do or what you couldn't do or should do differently, or if you're like, if something worked, and I'm going to tell you whatever you did yesterday worked, something worked, rinse and repeat. Go ahead and put it back in the spinner. Keep doing it, friend. So that's what I said. So essentially, that's what I was saying about making sure you went live today because hey, why not? Why not? You had a successful live the day before. It's funny. I can't tell this joke, but I can't tell you the story. I'll paraphrase the story because the whole story is kind of like oh. So what popped in my head is that my friends and we would go to the clubs back in the day, and so what we learned pretty quickly in our club hopping days is that every night is a different theme. So certain nights you can go and have a really great time, okay? And then you go back the next time and the theme changed, the music changed, the people changed. And so sometimes you can't rinse and repeat. So that's what my mom went like, sometimes you can't rinse and repeat because next time you go back, it may not be the same, okay? He said, child. Like I said, there's a little bit more to that story, but just know that that's the overall arching message there. Sometimes rinse and repeat does not work. You said 100. So yes, but yeah, but just know that at the end of the day, I'm here for y'all here for me, and at the same time, we're gonna do this thing. And I get it. I know TikTok is gonna give us the heart me. We're gonna see what TikTok does with this heart me for 15 minutes. We'll see what happens here, friends, because I know y'all came in. It's like, Dr. Lisa, we was here already. We got this heart me. But that is all good. My new friends, if you are in the room, if you want to send a daily heart me, we have that as the flash goal right now. So TikTok gave us the flash goal of the heart me. Okay, the daily heart me. Daily heart me for my friends who are new. There's the heart plus up at the top, friends. All right. I have stories for days I used to be. Oh yeah, you do have stories. You definitely have stories. People treat bartenders as their the ultimate confidant. So yes, you have a whole lot of stories. You said I already said mine. I know. TikTok tries us all the time. I recognize that about TikTok. TikTok is like, oh no, I'm gonna try you, Dr. Lisa. You will not. You will only go so far. But you know what? That's why I keep showing up. I keep showing up. It's all good. It's all good. No, don't apologize for TikTok. This is TikTok's fault. This ain't us. Eugene, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much for coming in, friend. I appreciate you. It is not us. It is TikTok. TikTok is it has TikToked us. That's exactly what just happened. So it's not us. We all good. But yeah. So when it comes to your growth strategy, what I was talking about and what I posted about earlier today too. Hello, Eugene. I know where bones are buried. I appreciate that. That's so funny. I know you do. I know you do. All bartenders do. All bartenders know. They got a story or two. I'm sure of it. Yes, the eyeballs. They've seen and heard a lot. Okay. So you got to be careful. People sit back and be like, "Oh, that bartender's innocent. They don't care." No, they know. They know exactly what's going on. They can read it a mile a minute. If you don't say it, or if you do say it because you've been sitting there drinking with them, then they know. They've heard it before, seen it before. Good afternoon, Chantel. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for joining the live, friend. So yeah, that was kind of my story this morning, just in terms of Melina Colors. How are you? Oh gosh, how you been, friend? How is the coloring journey? Love you. Come on in, friend. Dr. Lisa, do you recommend going live separately on FB, IG, and TikTok at the same time? He said, hey, beautiful. How are you, friend? You talking about separately, like what I do right now, where I have, so right now I'm separate. So when you say separately, this is YouTube's, this is the YT, this is me going live on their platform. Um, and I'm separate on TikTok. I'm assuming that's what you're saying as an example when you say separately. Now, when you say, when I think combined, I think about like a third party platform like a Restream or StreamYard, one of those type of platforms. So that's where my mind went in terms of if you want to really go live, where it's all integrated and it's one platform. I think Coach Miss Jessie, you use Restream. I've heard positive things about Restream. I haven't started in venturing in that direction yet. Um, and what I will say is, I don't think it's a bad idea. So I do think it's a good idea if you want to try that. The beauty of going, I guess the benefit of going separately, the way I do, is these two different platforms. So, at the end of the day, I just cut on my tablet over here and do this. And so there's not truly a conflict of interest. Does that make sense? There's not a conflict because I'm doing two separate streams. So just know from that perspective, that's where my mind goes. I don't think it matters fully in terms of it being separated. I think integration makes it easier. However, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I think it has something to do also with how your live is pushed out by those platforms. So if you're doing a streaming software, you may not have the same, reach that you could if it was done directly in the app. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Let me know if anybody else has had experience with that and would say, no, it does have reach. I mean, I would love to hear other people's thoughts about it. You said, Darlene said, bartenders, beauticians, and barbers are all have all our secrets. They do. They do. They absolutely do. Yes. He said, I'm okay. And you? I'm doing well, Melina. How are you? Yeah, thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. FYP, look at your friend coming on in supporting. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all who are in the live right now. Hey, Trisha, how are you, friend? Come on in. Each platform has its own rules. Yeah, they do have their own rules. That's true. That is very true. And so that's kind of like I said, they have their own rules. And to do it separately, I think you can kind of play within their rules if you're separated, even though you might have the same conversation, but at least you might even manage how you talk about things because they're all independent versus doing a third party. I'm thinking of doing FB and TikTok at the same time. Yeah, that's true. You could. I don't do FB at all, to be honest with you. FB is my personal account. I started another account here, but I don't use it. Thinking I will eventually get over to Meta and be really, really involved in Meta, but currently I'm not. I would tell you, you know, FB could. I've heard pros and cons about FB. Other people who want to talk about FB, let me know what you think about it. I just heard pros and cons about it. It's just different in terms of how they operate, and I I think they do a lot of pay to play. I think they do a lot of. I'm in TT jail. I was promised to get everyone back when I'm out. Thank you so much, Skylar. You back, friend? How you doing, Skylar? Thank you so much for coming back. Because if I'm doing TikTok on my iPad, FB on my laptop, then I need to look at each screen. So the way I have it set up, and I'll be honest with you, the way I have it set up is not necessarily perfect, but it does get me closer to being looking at each screen. Because most of my attention is kind of slightly down where I'm looking at you all, and I try to look up here and there for my YouTube channel, but really everything's right here. So I'm close to looking head on. Now, before I did have my phone, I had my tablet where I'm using my tablet now for YouTube. I did have it on my computer, my laptop, and I have a web camera. The web camera's right here actually. I had a web camera. I shifted from that because YouTube doesn't let you be vertical on the laptop. And vertical means that your signal is sent out in a broader way. When you're horizontal on the laptop, it only sends it out to your current subscribers. And because I'm trying to grow my page and my platform, I want to have it pushed out to more people. So that was kind of the logic. He said, good, have some time to get some mani petty. Oh, look at you, friend. I hear you. Yes. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. So that was kind of why I shifted from because of YouTube. And that's, again, we go back to other platforms and their policies. Thank you so much, everyone who's here. So it's vertical, not horizontal place. When you're vertical on a mobile device, it's a vertical, yeah, placement. When you're horizontal, you're essentially on your laptop. The camera, the web camera also only pushes out from a horizontal perspective too. So I wish it did vertical, but it does not. So part of that is why I shifted back to the tablet to do my co-streaming. So yeah, that was all the logic behind it. But you know, ultimately, thank you all who are joining the live. I appreciate all you all coming in, friends. Dee Dee, how are you, friend? Nika Grace, I think I saw you as well. Come on in. Thank you all who are joining the live. So yeah, so what I would say about FB though, FB, it depends on your audience. And I will tell you that up front. So the audience matters over there a little bit more. It's a demographic thing. It's probably even a generational thing too. So it just depends on who you're trying to talk to, who you're trying to reach, and making sure that you kind of start building up that community. It's a little, I heard people do, some of the strategies for FB is going to different groups that may be your target audience within those groups. So you got to join groups, you got to be involved, you got to kind of know their policies, kind of, and when it comes to promoting yourself and your services. So it becomes a different strategy when you're on FB. So that's my thinking. Can you see me collecting points from the treasure box? Can I see you? I can't, Melina. And what I heard from the treasure box is that the votes, to the voting, you can't necessarily vote for me anymore because I'm not in the global as an individual. I'm in global for the fan club. So the rules for the fan club is that if you're in a fan club, you want people to send out, the daily heart me. And so TikTok did make it our flash goal. So if you are in the room and haven't done your daily heart me, click the daily heart me because that is part of the flash goal. That's why I pinned it here. But it's also part of the fan club global community fest goal. So essentially, daily heart me's and popular votes are the things you want to send out for the fan club. And so that's what's happening right now with us doing Community Fest. So yeah, yes, I have a community from there from my private page. Okay, there you go then. Yeah, so you should be fine then. And so if you have a community to talk to, then that's perfect. If you're building from scratch, like I said, it just takes a little bit more of a strategy to build from scratch over there. I think TikTok has the lower barrier of entry. Has the lowest barrier of entry because you can reach people, and I think honestly, I think they're trying to change that too. They're trying to make it more of a pay to play approach, but with that, they do have the lower barrier to entry where you can go live. You can go live pretty quickly. People say that you have to have 1,000 followers. You do not. Okay. Let me say that again. You do not need 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok. Okay, so if you're somebody who was sitting back thinking like, oh, I thought I needed 1,000 to go live. No, you do not. You do not need 1,000 followers. TikTok has lowered that threshold significantly to the point where most people can get live access with 50 followers. Okay, so you can get 50 followers. You typically will see a live access given to you also if you are a viewer that is highly engaged. So if you have a blue box, and so that's for my people in the room who don't understand engagement and don't fully understand what does that mean when it comes to a live stream coming into a live room. It is about how you interact. You're liking the live, you're sharing the live out, you're commenting. So if you're somebody new in my room, put the word new in the comments so you can kind of start getting engagement points. But you're commenting, and so all that plays into it, and then the gifting. You get a point for every gift that you send. New, thank you so much, my friend. He said, I'm listening, Dr. Lisa. I got live access after 100 followers. There we go. I think it had to do with it's engagement. You're level 13. Yes, friend. That's, you got that blue box right there. Janae, how you doing, Bash and Bling? She said, new. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. And your level 11 in your blue box. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Oh, no hablo español. Did I say that right, y'all? It sounded right. Did I not say that right? I can't read it either. What's the word for read? I can't speak it or read it. So he says, see. That I did understand. What do the levels mean? Janae, you said, what do the levels mean? Okay, Janae, okay, I'm happy you asked, friend. You said you knew. You said, okay, I'm new. I got 1,700, almost 1,800 followers, and I got this level 11, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. You are doing it, friend. Let me cheer for you. You are doing some things. You are doing it correctly, too. And so here's what it means. And I don't know if TikTok's gonna let me pin the flash goal. Flash goal one more time, friends. It's not gonna let me pin it. Flash goal one more time. We're in the last minute. So if you have not sent your daily heart me, if you have not sent a daily heart me, that means that you click up here, the heart plus next to my name, the heart plus next to my name. Go ahead and click that heart plus, and that's how you send a daily heart me. And that's part of the flash goal. That's also part of Community Fest. My people getting treasure boxes and doing Community Fest, then you need to make sure you are doing all the things to make sure you're eligible for those rewards. That's what is part of it. You got to make sure you are doing the tasks that TikTok has for you, like voting, but also doing those other tasks like checking in, doing the daily heart me, commenting, as well as I think they have a gift requirement too. So just know that that's part of the process. All right, so levels, blue box. The levels mean how you are elevating your engagement. So if you are engaging fully, thank you all. Appreciate you, SP. Appreciate you, friend. If you are engaging, you'll see where you are growing in your levels because of what you're doing in terms of coming to live streams and supporting the live as an engaged viewer. Okay, so if you click your photo, go ahead. Anybody who's curious about the blue boxes, put the word blue box. I always say that. Put the word blue box in the chat. If you put the word blue box or hi or whatever, put something in the chat. Once you put that in the chat, it's going to allow you to look at your comment, friend. You'll see where you can click your photo, and then you can see your mini profile. Thank you so much, Luna. I appreciate your friend. You said, Dr. Lisa, I'm going to listen. I don't care if nobody else is listening. I'm listening. I'm supporting. I thank you, friend. So, yes. So, once you put blue box in, you can see your level because you put words in. Wow, today I saw a level 42. Did you, darling? Ooh. They have been in these streets, okay? They're not playing. They're seriously in these streets, okay? So yes, thank you, Bello Wello. How are you, friend? Thank you for the daily heart. I appreciate you. So if you click your photo after you put a comment in, the diamond was a whole different color. Was it? I don't think, have I seen 42? I think I've seen 42. I think it's coming here once before. 42, I've seen some 40s. Now what I haven't seen is 50, y'all. That's somebody who really, really is in these TikTok streets. Thank you so much, friends who are coming into the live. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much for coming on in and connecting. I appreciate you. Hello, Yoli. How are you, friend? So once you put the word blue box, you click your photo. The photo will show you your mini profile. Your mini profile has a level in it. So my friend Janae, you said, what does the levels mean? Click your level 11, I think it was. No 50 yet. I'm looking. You said I'm looking for 50. 50 hiding. 50 is not going to be seen that easily. So once you click your level, you're going to see a blue screen pops up. So you're level 11. Click that level 11. A blue screen pops up. It tells you how many points you've gotten. It has a forward slash symbol, tells you how many points you need to get to level 12, essentially. And then underneath there's the experience points. I call those engagement points. Those are the points that you're gathering. It's the difference between what you got and what you need. Those are the points you're striving for to get to level 12. Well, those points essentially is how you are engaging. So the conversation we're having right now with Miss Darlene and I, and she said she saw level 42. We talk about we ain't seen 50 yet. It ultimately, oh, this is so cool. I didn't know about this. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. That tickles me because it's like, okay, because it's a lot of people who are high engagers and they didn't know what their level meant. And then I'll tell you this, if you click the question mark in that blue area, it goes on to explain the levels as well as the engagement elements. So what happens, let me just be honest with you, and we talk about this all the time. TikTok is telling on y'all. TikTok tells on you. It tells on you in the sense of saying who's an engager and who isn't, and what level of engagement you are. Okay? So the blue box follows you from every live you go to. Every single live. Whatever live you go to, that blue box follows you. And then what essentially will happen is as you come into this live, if you do the daily heart me, the orange box, that tells you more too about who you are in terms of being a part of the fan club and how many weeks and how many levels you are as a fan club member. So essentially it's sharing your engagement over time. So just know that that is important because people start paying attention to that. My friend Victoria, who just flew in, I think it was level 27. My friend Princess Rose with level 33. They get to fly in. Once you get 25 or higher, you fly in at the top. And so essentially people are noticing, yeah, TikTok is messy. TikTok is so messy. TikTok, like, look here, I'm telling all y'all business. So when people come in and they're like, oh, I'm an engager, I'm an engager, I'm an engager, and they ain't got no blue box, I would have to say, not that I question your engagement, but what I question is that do you truly understand the full way of engagement? And my answer would be no, you don't. You don't know all the ways to the full way to engage. Now, I'm the first to admit, you got your watchers, you got your tappers, you got your commenters, you got your sharers, you got your gifters. You got all people, and you need all people to support your live. Okay, you got your daily heart meet, the fan club people. You got those people. They all are support. However, for that person to really be in these TikTok streets and claim to be an engager, then you need to understand how to fully engage. That's what I would say. That would be my argument. Now, I'm not saying that the other engagement doesn't matter because it absolutely matters. But what I'm saying is if you want to be recognized as a full engager, it does start with, if nothing else, having level 1 blue box, y'all. I'm not saying you gotta be 50. I ain't saying you gotta be 50. I'm not even saying you gotta be 40s. I ain't even saying you gotta be 30s. I'm not even saying you gotta be the 20s. Okay? Because I know that comes with what does it mean for your buying power and your engagement, your money. I'm not counting people's money like that. I don't do that. But what I do say, if you can be on this app playing around and engaging, you can put some coins in your account, whether it's $10, and you can strategically decide spending one coin on a daily heart me, or sending a rose here and there, and make choices as you're navigating. And you will slowly climb in your levels, but you're making strategic choices in terms of how you want to engage. And to me, that means that you understand a little bit more than just saying you're an engager. You understand the mechanics of actually engaging as you are coming to someone's live room and fully supporting in that way. Let me know if there's questions, friends. I thank you so much, Coach Michelle. I appreciate your friend. Appreciate all the support. So I just wanted to make sure I said that because a lot of people, you say you're awesome. Appreciate that great information. Yeah. We had our friend, I'm not gonna name names, but there was a friend who came in. She came in yesterday. She came back today. And she was saying she was an engager. However, she didn't have it. She had level 0. And so, not that I, not that I am saying her engagement doesn't matter. I'm just saying that you need to fully understand that definition. And at some point, you're going to have to make a conscious decision on how much you want to engage. He said, laugh out loud. So And I say that to you all also because guess what? Many of you might become live hosts. Okay. I just have to say, Dr. Lucy, you are by far the best I've scrolled in on and have stayed with. Thank you so much. You're right. Appreciate you, friend. What I was gonna say is that if you become a live host, this is the number one thing that people have come back and asked me. How do you get people to engage? Because it doesn't dawn on you until you become on this side where you're doing the live hosting. And like I said, TikTok is messy. It is messy. Coach Miss Jessie, you named it. It's messy. So TikTok tells you who are the engagers and who are not. TikTok shows you. TikTok is it's out there. It's in blue and orange. Like I said, that's why this is my homeroom. And so because of that, you gotta know. And then you're like, okay, it is really messy. TikTok is selling on us. And so because we know this, we know how TikTok operates, then you gotta know how to make sure people understand the mechanics of that. And if they're gonna come to your room, they're gonna support, then they need to understand the rules of engagement. They need to understand how to fully be engaged. Home and very comfy here. Thank you so much, Trish. I appreciate y'all. You gotta understand the process, and the process, and overall the process is. Thank you for the follow, friends. Appreciate you all the support. Thank you so much. Um, what ultimately ends up happening is that you, as a live host, are gonna have to work to make sure your community understands how to engage, whether it's tapping the screen, sharing the live out, commenting, as well as gifting. So gifting becomes a piece of it. It doesn't have to be the only way, but it is a piece of it. Um, my daughter laughed at me because she saw my level. She said, "Mom, you on TikTok for real?" I know. My daughter said the same thing. She's like, "Wait a minute, what you doing?" Because she was in college, and so I think her level. I have to go look up her level. I think her level is. I don't think she. Let me say this differently. I think she does have a level. I think it's like single digits. So yes, I need to up my level though, and that is real talk. So I need to do better because I've been traveling. I need to do a whole lot better. Um, Thank you so much, friends. Everyone coming on in. I appreciate the support. We are talking all things going live with confidence. And so the theme today is confident TikTok live host. That's what we're talking about. I want you to be a confident TikTok live host. And a lot of that confidence starts with you. We're going live. A lot of it goes on to say, what does it mean to make sure you can support your community. We were talking earlier today and just making sure that we're being strategic. Thank you all. I appreciate you being strategic about our goals for growth, but also just understanding how you said I needed this. Yolo, are you Yoli? Are you going live, friend? Let me know if you're going live. Helping you monetize from your phone. Is that it? And TikTok shop. Okay, look at you. You're a TikTok shopper too. Awesome, friend. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. I appreciate you. You say yes. What's your live schedule? Hey, let's do this. My people in the room, if you are a live host, I say this all the time. If you're a live host, and I know some of y'all are live hosts in making, and you still got to figure out your regular schedules. I get it. But you are still a live host. So put it in the chat for me. Let me know what time. What's your topic, your time, and your time zone? We're going to get some engagement going. Confidence comes from attending your lives, each and every one of your one-on-ones. Thank you so much, friend. You know what? I did not talk about my one-on-ones enough. Come on, I'm gonna go there, Luna. Luna, you done named it a couple times for me. Luna did a one-on-one yesterday. She was like, "Look here." Luna was up late at night. Oh my, we got an Instagram group chat. She done posted in the chat. Look here, let me reintroduce myself. You said you prompted me. I appreciate you for it. She said, let me reintroduce myself. Here is what I have. I am setting goals for myself this here month of July. We want to do some things. I am trying my best to grow. I want to be a live host. Yes. You said live host. How you doing, digital profits and wealth? I appreciate you coming on in, friend. There we go. What's your time topic? time zone, because you know we're all over the world here, and your topic as well. We're gonna put that in the chat so we can all start connecting and growing, friends. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate it. I was about to go live and saw you and decided to wait and learn more, some more. Okay, later. Okay, later. Chat later so I can get ready for yes, Michelle. Oh, that's right. You are meeting with her today. Awesome, awesome. Tell I said hello. Um, yes, thank you so much, friends. I appreciate y'all coming in. So yeah, what I will share with you all, just a couple things. So as you are building your community. So my one-on-ones, so Luna, I'm gonna talk about that real quick because Luna has prompted me a couple times. Hi, I'm from FYP, Ohio Mama 5K Go. There you go, friend. You're close. You're close. Look at you. You got your bio in there. Awesome, awesome. You must be doing TikTok shop too because I see the collab deals too. Awesome. Dr. Lisa, tell us how you started. Did you procrastinate like I am doing? You know what? Kind of. Not, I mean, I set a goal for myself and I just followed through with it. Life Essential Time, encouraging to go live scared. There we go. That's it. Do it scared. Do it scared. Do it scared. So so what I say all the time is that I was one of the people who was the nervous people, the shy person, the introverted person. I am all those things. And y'all gonna sit back and say, you ain't introverted. I am introverted, okay? I'm the person, thank you so much for being here, friend. I'm the person, just do it scared. That's it, do it scared. I'm the person who, us introverts, I say it all the time, you got to talk to yourself. You got to talk to yourself. You got to encourage yourself. You say stuff that you wish you would have said in the moment, but you think of it afterwards. All that, okay? So going live, in my opinion, is an introvert's dream, okay? And let me explain that. This is perfect for an introvert, okay? Going live isn't as scary as it seems. Exactly. It's not. It's not. So at the end of the day, if you're that person that is nervous, scared, and shy, guess what? First of all, you're talking to yourself. That's the first thing. You're talking to, and I say this all the time, you're talking to your best friend. You're talking to the person you should love the most. Okay? You're looking at that person, looking at everything about them, and this is the person, the face that you should love the most and want to see. Okay, so first of all, you gotta have a little self love. I'm gonna say that much. But on top of that, at the end of the day, you hold the microphone. Okay, comedians say that all the time. You can't roast or you can't heckle a comedian because they got the microphone in their hand. And so because you hold the microphone, you can determine how long you go live. You can determine what you say and not say. You can determine if someone's in your room that's inappropriate and trolling you, you can cut it off. Or, I'm sorry, before you cut it off, you can mute and block them and report them depending on what they said. And then if you are over it and you say, you know what, I've had enough, you can cut it off. Okay? So you hold the microphone. So again, it's nothing to be scared of. And there's people out here watching me and listening to me, which is awesome. But I'm not looking into your whites of y'all eyes. I'm looking at the whites of my own eyes, okay? So I don't see y'all. It's not like you're looking in an auditorium full of people staring at you and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? No, no. So you just say what comes up and you continue to engage and continue talking, because you got to continue talking. When you have that dead space, it's kind of awkward. So you got to make sure you are talking because people are listening, whether they're in the room listening or on one of the other screens, because you can see somebody going live through the search fields too. So yeah, they might not be clicking into my live, but they're listening. And so those type of people, I tell them to come in and get your daily heartbeat so you can get points for listening to all this information. But yeah, but with that being said, this is the perfect way to engage and really get out of your own way, because again, you don't have all those other things that truly intimidate you when it comes to talking and doing public speaking. Ms. Darlene said, I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Central from fun-free, low-income activities in our cities and states. Look at you, friend. I love the way you describe that. Appreciate your friend. Yes. Let me see. I'm going to put some more treasure boxes up, too. Oh, wait, wrong account. What happened? What's wrong with your account? Oh, it said I'm a live host daytime at 5 p.m. Central. Okay, I got you. Occasionally 1 p.m. Central. I'm a certified confidence and Yes, this is the wrong account. The other account that's the description for the other one. Thank you so much, friends, coming in. You said, love that. Yes, Katie, that's it. That's it. You all know I'm in scared. If you are comedy SP, spell it correctly. You said, see, that's what us introverts do. That's what we do. We say stuff like that. And we put it out there, and so folks can see it. I love it. Thank you all. I appreciate you coming through. So yeah, that's my that I was scared. I was scared at first. Let me say that differently though. I got over it quickly because what I realized, and so this is for my people who are doing anything in a business capacity. When you think about whether it's a digital product you have, or if you have a physical product, if you want to promote your services, digital, physical, consulting, coaching, mentorship, membership, if you want to promote your services in your business entity, rule 101 with marketing is that you got to market and talk about your business and services. You have to. So Luna asking me or prompting me to talk about my one-on-ones, she's right. You got to talk about your services. You got to talk about your business. Because if you don't promote your business, then you can't expect for people to know about it. So when it came to coming in this space, from the live streaming perspective, this became an easy way for me to, first of all, build the know, like, and trust, where people can get to know me, get engaged with me, get a feeling about who I am, what I have to offer, and for me to talk about my services. And essentially first start by adding some value where people understand what I have to offer, what is some information that they need from me. And then as they get to know me, they're like, okay, you know what? This chick is somebody I want to continue to come by and visit and learn from and grow from. And that's what you want to do. But if you are not doing that, how you doing, Nikki? If you're not doing that, then people will never know and want to buy from you. And I don't care how much content you produce, there's always a better path forward when people get to look at you in the whites of your eyes and get a feeling of who you are and what you're about, and you could talk about your services and business that way. You can produce content, you'll probably get sales, you'll probably get follows, you might get some likes at the end of the day, but you are going to go further when you start talking about it. Okay? So just know that. And again, I know I'm speaking to my people who are nervous, scared, and shy, and you want to probably do things faceless. But you're taking the long way. That is the long way. Whether you like to hear that or not, it is the long way. Okay? To growth. Okay? You said, want to know what kept me? You kept me at Israel. I love that. You let me know that you may not have all the answers, but you will research and get back to. That's it. Yeah, yeah. That's how you have to offer, have to do things, and that was just, from my time as a leader too. I think people look to you all the time to make sure you have all the answers, and then I have to tell people up front, like, I don't know. That's customer service too, though. I don't know, but let me find out for you. Let me look into that. That's how I was taught to do, and don't try to make sure you're managing people's expectations. So, yes, indeed, yep. Live host Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 p.m. Central. Show fashion, accessories, and beauties will with inspired glow up. I love that. Yes, that's what you're doing, friend. Love it, love it, love it. Travel Diva, how you doing? Hey. How's everything going? Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate you coming on in. Thank you so much for the support. We are still doing Community Fest. Let me just say this. How you doing, Humble Rich Peace? Appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the Daily Art Me. We are still doing Community Fest. Community Fest is going on. We are part of the global super level, where we're part of the fan club. So that's why we're doing the treasure box. We're getting some new friends in the room. They're coming in saying hello. TikTok is being nice because I think some of my old friends are coming in too. So TikTok must make, apparently I'm out there a little bit more exposed. So you guys are seeing me. Doing great. How you doing? I'm doing awesome. I am doing awesome. Had a troll today that I couldn't get rid of. Oh my gosh. What you mean you couldn't get rid of them? How couldn't you get rid of them? You know what? Let me take that back. That's happened to me before. And I don't know how they're able to stay in the room. They kept coming back. So at one point I just let it go because it wasn't rude comments or offensive comments. It was just spamming my chat. I was like, maybe the comments work. We're gonna go with the comments. Yeah, they kept coming back. I'm not sure how that happens even when you block them. But I've had that happen at least twice. And for whatever reason, they had some kind of block protection. So they were able to come back. I don't know if they were coming from different accounts, but the accounts all had the same name. I'm not sure what happened, but they kept coming back. And that could have very well been the case, where maybe they had 5 accounts and they kept coming back on each of those accounts. That's the only thing I can think of, but it was weird. Yeah, I've definitely had that happen before. Oh, it was a rude comment too. Yeah, yeah. Did you report them? I wonder if you could have reported them. Someone said that you can have 32 accounts per device. Really? No way. That's people who have no life. Exactly. Exactly. People who have no life. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Um, let me go. Let me say something. So, SP, your comment. What made me start and get over the nervousness? I actually set a goal. So that's what I was trying to say. I set a goal pretty early in creating this account. It was one of those things where I knew to a certain extent that I was on this app, and I say this all the time for my people in the room because I talk about my services, and I'm gonna talk about my stand store too. But I talk about my services in a way to making sure I'm helping people, especially people who want to be in this digital marketing space. I'm gonna say that up front because live streaming is digital marketing. If you didn't realize what you were participating in, if you're on social media and social media apps and you are creating content, you're a content creator. You are essentially, especially from a TikTok perspective, you're essentially creating content for your audience. And then ideally, you want to go viral. That's the whole point of this. You're trying to go viral. You're trying to amass a lot of followers. You want to grow. You're trying to do all the things. And ideally, the growth strategy is to monetize within the app and maybe even beyond the app when you think about affiliates or brand deals and other things that you can do, UGC deals. And so just understanding there's a strategy here, but anything you do from this digital space is digital marketing. Okay, so I just want to make sure I said that and define that for people because sometimes that doesn't occur to people and recognizing that you're in this space and I've had some trolls come in and say, oh, it's a scam. It's like, how have you looked in the mirror? You literally are on a platform, TikTok. You're on a platform, you are engaging in a live stream, and you are participating in digital marketing, but don't realize what you're doing. So I just want to say that because I know a lot of people oftentimes don't make that connection, and that's exactly what this is. One of my followers had me make her a moderator, and she took care of it. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. So she was able to somehow mute and block them and report them. Okay. That makes sense, and I totally understand that better now. Yes, yes. And so that's what's happening here. The whole goal, obviously, the whole goal is for you to grow your community, grow your followers, monetize, essentially, and monetize in different ways, whether you're monetizing in your live stream through TikTok, whether you're getting subscriptions, whether you are getting and promoting a service, consultations, one-on-ones, you have a digital product, you have a physical product, whatever it is. You're trying to promote yourself, your brand, essentially, here in this digital space. And so you just need to understand that's what you're doing. And so when you understand that concept, then you can say, okay, how do I do this and be most effective? Okay? And so for me, that was the logic I had to kind of follow that decision tree. Like, okay, if I'm going to do this, how do I do this? Because I'm not just going to sit there and consume other people's content and keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I said, I'm not that person. I don't like social media like that. So I'm not that person. I want to be the person who's making some money on this app. I want to do it, but I want to do it in my own authentic way. And so for that, I was like, okay, well, now I need to figure this out differently. And I need to be thinking strategically about how do I grow in a way that I'm still able to be authentic to who I am and myself, and do it in a way that I feel like, how you doing, Nina? And do it in a way that I think people will receive the message and connect with me. So that became part of a strategy. You have to be very self motivated. Yes, you do have to be self motivated in so many different ways. That's my post today is talking about goal setting. And so we'll get, I'm going to segue to that in a second too, because I really want to make this about setting goals for yourself. Because some of it is self motivating, some of it is making sure you're surrounding yourself around people. And I say it all the time, especially my nervous, my shy, my introverted people. You got to surround yourself around people who are going to uplift you and make it seem as if there's anything you want to try to do, you can absolutely try to do it. Okay? If you're around naysayers, if you're around people who are going to say, why are you doing that? What does that look like? Oh, you shouldn't do that. Those are not the voices you want to listen to. Those are not the people you want in your corner. They're not in your corner. They're not letting you grow. They're not letting you experience something that honestly could be very fulfilling and rewarding for you, and you could be very successful at it. Okay? True. Yeah, yeah. And so you see that in so many different ways. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but you see that in so many different ways, even here. You go around some of these rooms and people are talking as if they're the only people who can do this. And at the end of the day, that is not the case. There are so many people, there's billions of people on this app. And your approach, the way you communicate, may resonate with someone else. It doesn't have to be one or two people who can do this successfully. That's not true. And if you are listening to someone that makes it seem like, oh, well, you only can go to this person, or you only can do this, or you're not experienced enough, or you're not knowledgeable enough, or you don't have enough followers. That's not true. You can do this at any level. Once TikTok gives you access, start doing it. Start growing. Start building your community. And obviously, you want to be strategic about how you do it. You want to make sure you have the right support team and resources and information to be successful, but you absolutely can do it. And I tell people all the time, there's new people on this app. There's people who are going to be newer than you. So you can come on and start this. And that's essentially what I did. I was like, I came on and started talking and saying, telling people my experience, my journey. And it was people who were newer than me that was like, hey, how do you press the go live button? Like, where is it at? I was like, well, let me show you where it's at. That's how new they were. They didn't even understand the concept of, oh, here's where you need to press the button at. Or here's what happens once you press the button. Because that was kind of the main question. Because people are like, well, wait a minute, what happens once I press that button? Do I go live? And the answer is no, actually. Not the first one. The second one it is. But the first one is not. So if you recognize that and recognize that people are still learning and growing, then you can go live and do it as a beginner. You don't have to be a true, I don't know. I think about some of the creators. There's so many different levels on this, and we think so. Some of you are sitting in this room thinking that my 14,000 followers is a lot. Meanwhile, when I see people with 25,000 followers, like, oh, shoot, they got a lot. Or when I see the people who got 100,000 followers, or 200, or a million. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all relative. So you don't have to be someone that has a lot of followers, because some people might look at me and say, she's small potatoes. She's not like the other live host that has, XYZ number. But that's okay. Because there's people in my room that resonate with my message. He said, I love your energy. That love my energy. And there's other people who don't love my energy. They're like, oh, Dr. Lisa, I like somebody who has a little bit more oomph to them. That's right. Yeah. So at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. So don't be scared and nervous. So what happened? So let me answer this question again. So what happened is that I went to a live, and the creator essentially said she went live for the first 30 days, for 30 days straight. It was in the month of December. And she went live consistently. And she was just sharing her experience with, what did that look like going live every day. And again, very much like what I told you I did when I started off. I was like, hey, here's my experience going live. Here's what's happened today. Here's what I did. And you obviously with going live, you got different people coming and going out your room. So I would just repeat myself. I would just recap. I would share some stories, anecdotes here and there, and just kind of continue to keep talking. Always feel welcome in your live. You are welcome, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. You know what? No Espanol, Bernard. Benjamin. I don't know why I said Bernard. Benjamin. That tells you too. You sometimes your head and your mouth don't connect. So sometimes things in your head don't come out your mouth correctly, and vice versa. So just know that that's part of being live. But it is all good. Um, I am making cookies for her. Should I use? Thank you so much, friend. I don't know the answer. Love that happens to me all. I know. I know. So yes, thank you so much. Somebody, Luna, what is the word for read Spanish? I know hablo is speak. No, and I'm not supposed to say the H, am I? No hablo español. And read is, what's the word? I think I used to know the word. You said sí. Right. So what's read Spanish? Is it Leo? Is that what it is? No Leo? No Leo Español? Is that it? No Leo. No Leo Español. Is that right? No Leo or no Leo Español. I know I did not say that correctly. I might have played it off though. I'll y'all know what I mean. So I don't read it or speak it. Hey y'all, how you doing? D's got still appreciate your friend. Thank y'all for helping me. I was just trying to share that with Benjamin. So he does not speak Spanish. Wait a minute, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I think it was Italian or Portuguese. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is he saying? Wait until tell my husband that one. He is gonna be like, girl. Okay. In my eyes, I'm literally crying about that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you all. I appreciate it. I literally, I'm literally crying. Because in my mind, I was like, oh, okay. He was like, he is not speaking Spanish, girl. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me turn my fan on. Y'all. Literally. That was hilarious. Okay. Let me get myself right. Let me get myself right. Because I'm gonna stop looking at the comments then. Thank you so much, friends. Yo, you said I love your laugh. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. She said he is not speaking Spanish. uh, so what's happened? He is laughing. So what's happened? Let me give some context to this. Just thank you. What's happened in this community fest is that people see you and they tap into your room, and it's been a community for folks all over the world coming in here. And am I wrong to say the majority have been Spanish speakers? Am I wrong for saying that? Because I'm thinking of the times you guys have had corrected me in what I'm saying. So again, they're all over the world. You said ChatGPT. Thank you. I appreciate that, Luna, because I was like, I don't think I'm making this up. So that was wrong for me to assume that was Spanish, but that has been the majority of the people who have come in and put different languages in the chat. No, it's not wrong. So I apologize for making that assumption, because that was not my intent. First time in, good luck in Community Fest contest. Thank you, Alicia. Yes, that was not my intent. Jamie Lee, she's trying to co-host. We can't do it now. I'm gonna accept, but I'm gonna tell her we're not co-hosting. Hey, friend, I'm doing a teaching live today.
Oh gosh, okay, I will keep you then. I was just gonna see if there's any way that you could do like a quick battle. I'm trying to open the treasure chest, but I've been trying to open it for like an hour and a half, so
What happened? What do you mean it won't
it
open?
wouldn't give me the flash goal.
Did it give you the flash code yet or no? Still hasn't?
It just does. By the way, if there's anybody in your room that can give me one daily heart meal, I'd really appreciate it. I've got one left.
Okay. Anybody want to go over and give my friend Jamie Lee a daily heart mate? She needs one for her. Is that for the flash go? That's what it is for the
That's
flash
the
go.
flash goal. And then if I thank you so much, Alicia, I appreciate you. That is the best. We have achieved that flash goal.
Okay. And so how many battles do you need to do?
Three, but if you could just do one, I can get somebody else to do the other two. There's not a lot of people on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's today? Saturday. I was like, what's today? Because Fourth of July weekend. That's probably what it is. Yeah, Fourth of
Yeah.
July weekend. So okay, Red, we will do one friendly battle, and so yeah, I was doing a teaching live, so in my mind I was teaching, so I hadn't gotten to the teaching part yet. I guess we were just laughing at me and my faux pas with some of our friends that are in the room that are from other countries, and I assumed everyone was Spanish, which is not right.
Oh, no, no,
No,
no,
it's
no.
not. It's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's not right. So
I get
yes,
that though. You guys just tap it out. We're literally gonna just do like super friendly, no big points.
thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna mute you real quick, friend. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Perfect. All right.
All right, so anybody in the room, if you are not familiar with battling, that's what this is. This is those competitions. We have to unlock the treasure box. That's what I'm putting up here. Jamie Lee is essentially trying to unlock her treasure box. So she's trying to unlock her treasure box, and we're doing a friendly battle to make sure she's able to do it. And she's going to try to get a couple other people. I was in this phase in the morning where I had to do four. So we did that at the 10 o'clock, which means that I'm able to have the treasure box open now for people. And it does allow traffic, just so that you all know. And that's the whole comment I had. Tell us when you are 2 times or 3 times. Okay, we'll do. We'll do. I will speak the battle language because I usually will talk and overlook all the battle cues. Um, what's in the treasure box? The treasure box is your ability to collect a vote that you can vote for your favorite live host. You have to be in that person's room to cast that vote. I'm not able to get votes right now. We're within the last couple of days of Community Fest anyway. I'm in the phase where we're doing the global for the fan club. So really a lot of it is focused on the fan club piece. Thank you all. Appreciate the popular votes. I appreciate you. The popular votes are important for the fan club too because the fan club, what they require is the popular vote and the daily harmony. Okay, so we need we need 40 gifts. That's what's popping up now, and I think that will unlock the 2 and 3 times the gifting. Um, and so this is what's called a friendly battle, so we're not going for live points. Hello, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate all the support. Everyone give the highest points you can at the time. No pressure. If you can't, thank you so much. Tap otherwise. Appreciate you, Luna. Luna is in these battle streets lately. Thank you all. So we had 2 times the gifting points. 2 times the gifting points. 2 times the gifting points is happening right now for the next 35 seconds or so. Thank you so much, friends, for liking the live and supporting the live. I appreciate you all. And oh, look at the monkey. I missed the monkey. I almost missed it. I will say this: Luna is not Luna. Jamie Lee is someone who does battle pretty frequently, and she will at times have some heavy hitters in her room. So don't be surprised if we get sniped at the end because her her folks understand the whole battle process. So that is a piece of it. Thank you so much, Crafty Auntie. I appreciate your friends, Luna, SP, I appreciate you all supporting the live. Fab, I appreciate your friend as well. All my friends who are here supporting the live in this battle. Um, Appreciate you so much. Let's see. Um, so we are within the last minute almost. We're going to win. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, she is a little crafty. Hello, friends. Thank you so much. Yeah, she is crafty. She has her people over there. She said it this morning. He said, "I have a glove. You have a glove? Okay, you can put the glove out. Put the glove out in about 20 seconds. Tap, 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 tap. Yes, we'll do the glove. We'll see what happens. And like I said, they are definitely the battle people. You said I have a hammer too. Okay, hammer, glove, good girl, hammer and glove. All right, and the glove. Let's put the glove. There we go. Tap the glove, and then put out. How do we get a glove? A glove comes from winning. Coach Patricia, those hammers are hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we'll see. Will they snipe at the end? Will they snipe? No sniping, no sniping. All right, we won. Awesome, awesome. You guys are fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody helping with that. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much, all of you. Hopefully you guys got you got some trinkets from that. Look at you all. Luna got a glove, some hammers. SP, you got the lightning, and then there's the mist. Ooh, you're crafty, ain't you? Look at y'all, the hammer. Nice, nice. All right. Okay, I'm here. Thank you so much, friend.
I'm like literally like, do you see that I'm having a lighting? Okay, there we go. Yeah, nice with those hammers.
Yes, I was laughing. I was like, they got a lot of hammers. I was like, how many hammers is it?
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, friend. All right, best of luck. Take care.
All right, I'll see you later.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Oh, there we go. Awesome. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all helping out with that. Those are called friendly battles. So if you say, I got to learn to battle this battle stuff. Yes. You know what? So what I've done, he said, excellent, excellent. What I've done in the last couple of days, yes. How many hammers did you have? What has happened is that we've been doing the battles to unlock the treasure box. So I think my friends in the room, they've been collecting all these power-ups and trinkets in their backpacks. So I'm trying to say the battle language, the backpacks that they have. And so all these different power-ups. And so you said, I did a hammer. Luna, you did a hammer too? Oh my gosh. So that's where all those hammers came from. So when you throw out a hammer, is it more than one hammer that got lodged at her? Like, is there like 2 or 3 hammers that get thrown out with that one hammer? How does that work? I think that's what I saw. I was like, I think y'all hit her with like 7 hammers. You said, yep. Level 7. Look at you, friend. Yes. What's level 7 for? Let me, maybe I missed it. It was fun. Yes. Yeah. It was fun. We talked about this earlier. Here's the deal. And here's my take on battling. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for that. We did great, guys. Yes, we did. Yes. What I will say about the whole battling, and let me say this and just give kind of context to what happens in these TikTok streets. And so I talked earlier about your goal. If you are a business person, you have a business goal, you're here, you're trying to, and maybe you don't have a business account. I'm not saying you have a business account, but maybe you do have a business goal. Like you want to promote your services, your resources, whatever it is, you have a business goal. You can still do that. And on occasion, not that I'm trying to say you become this battling person, but on occasion, you could have these moments to celebrate, these moments to engage your audience and offer entertainment too. because people come to this app. Actually, thank you for sponsoring for these TikTok streets. You're welcome, friend. The people come to this app for so many different reasons. They come for a community, and that's what we talked about. Coach Miss Jessie was relaying that this morning because I was on vacation last week, y'all. And when we go on a vacation, what we say, when the cat's away, the mice will play. So my friends, they were out in these TikTok streets and meeting some of these other live hosts that some of them are good, many of them are bad. I'm just gonna say that. He said we were in the streets, yes. And so with that, you got to be careful of where you go and who you engage with. But with doing that, there are things that you could do as a live host, and you could do to just energize, entertain, and create a different experience, a celebratory experience for your community. We outside, y'all outside, y'all should be outside like that. I'm not gonna say that. You gotta be outside a little bit. But what I will say though, you gotta be careful about where you go. You know what I'm saying? My mama would make my brother stay, like they would take their bikes and they would be like all over in other neighborhoods. My mom was like, nah, you stay in this neighborhood, go 2 or 3 blocks over, and then you come back. So that's the approach you got to take when you out in these TikTok streets. You can't venture off too far away because you never know what you're gonna find and what type of trouble you're gonna meet. You said right. So, but recognizing there is an opportunity, we need to know what's going on. We do, y'all do. Recognize there needs to be a balance in terms of how you are engaging your community, how you are creating celebratory moments, how you are also teaching, educating, supporting them. I say all the time, your role as a live host is to educate, entertain, and inspire. So in any given moment, you should be doing those 3 things with your live. And if you don't find yourself doing that, that's where you got to kind of do that sanity gut check to say, okay, what am I doing here? What is this? This doesn't feel right for me. So my friend made a couple of my shirts. She says, cross our fingers, I get unlimited access this weekend. Look at you. There you go, friend. That's it. We're going to keep checking, keep me posted too. Because like I said, that is the cheat code. That is the cheat code if you want unlimited on TikTok Shop. I've learned how to use first 15 minutes to connect, then shift into teaching. There we go. That's a great strategy because you also want to use that strategy to activate the live, and that means to activate your community. And so that's what I will say to you all. What I will say to you all is that is something like when you go venturing and out to see another live house. Coach Miss Jessie, that's kind of that's what she was saying this morning. She was coming back with some strategies. She was seeing, she saw a lot of the garbage. Just being honest with you. Some of it was trash. She saw some of that. And then she saw people who had employed some good strategy in terms of how maybe they were doing some activation for their live. Maybe they were doing some more things to keep the community engaged and bustling. Okay? So just know that that's important. I don't diminish that. You just got to make sure you don't, collect too much of the trash too, because that gets you off track. And I tell you guys all the time, comparison is the thief of all joy. When I say that, you're comparing yourself, whether you're comparing yourself to the numbers, you're comparing yourself to other people, you're comparing yourself to other people's success. Okay? Because what they're doing may not be the right and best approach for you, because again, they're doing it from a different intention and mindset, and their intention is not, maybe doesn't have the same pure intentions that you have, or the same intentions in general. So just know that that's something you want to be mindful of. Yes, it takes forever to activate the laws. It does. TikTok has been extra with that too. I'm scared to go content creators like on to another barber. Like that. I heard you use the bigger gift first, and at the countdown you use the smaller gift. DML, you talking about for the battle? Are you talking about for the battle? Because I don't know what just happened. Just to be honest with you. I don't know what just happened. Is that what you noticed that happened? Is that what you were talking about? Yes. Um, once we started the match, if somebody sent a big gift, so let me say this: I am not a battler. I will tell you though, I've seen that strategy play out. So I don't know what's the best approach, but I have seen people do that where they'll, because people usually say send roses and taps and stuff like that, and that's like the traditional approach where people are just sending the smaller gifts. But I've been to a few battles, um, with the community fest. I've seen some things happen, and I've noticed that too, where people will send a bigger gift and kind of jump out there, jump pretty far out, and and then the other gifts come through and flowing through, and then at the end I always see a little bit of a 30, that last 30 seconds where some other gifts, some bigger gifts are coming in too. So again, I'm not saying what we did was the right way. I don't even, I don't do enough of the coaching and prompting to even say what to do and what's the right way. My main content creator might think I'm cheating. Really. I love that. Oh, wins a lot. She snipes with strategy at end. Okay, that's what she does. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, I know the sniping is standard. That's kind of the standard way of doing it. But like I said, I think what D is mentioning is the fact that it was almost like an early jump with the big gift. Is what I see also. Yeah, that's what I see also. Yeah. Yeah. So I've seen people do that as of late as well. And I think I always think about the strategy behind it. I think it does create kind of an intimidation. You're like, oh, this person ain't here to play. And depending on who's your supporters, the people in the room, they have to rethink and reevaluate too. They're like, wait a minute. We got to see if we got gifts to kind of do this and snipe at the end. So yeah, so all that is at play. I think that's part of a mental strategy to kind of scare off your opponent, or at least get them to think differently about whatever they had strategized and planned. But yeah, so when it comes to battles, that's what we were talking about. When it comes to battles, yes. When it comes to battles, you got to make sure that I think they're a good strategy. I think a lot of people, especially people who are on this app and doing only that. Now, I'm gonna say something that may sound maybe generalized, and so forgive me because I'm gonna say this out loud. I think that's the difference between maybe some people who came on this app in the early stages or early, stage of being on TikTok, and when the battlings kind of came on, they kind of jumped onto that bandwagon. And then you have people who are now coming to this app, maybe people of a certain generation. When we think about people who have a lot of expertise and experience, you got a lot of knowledge base, and you're now coming to this space as a new person, and you're just trying to figure this out. You still want to make sure you're being authentic to who you are, and you got something to share, something you want to create here. Whereas some of those other people may not have that, or may not have thought about it that way, because that wasn't how they originally came to this space. You know what I'm saying? So battling becomes their default, where battling doesn't have to be our default. It just isn't. And so that's what I want us to think about. Like, what are we really trying to do here? And not that, like I said, that's a form of monetization. Don't get me wrong, and I think you should do that on occasion to kind of keep the room energized and entertained. But at the same time, a lot of people are using. I think they're maybe abusing to a certain extent that particular um, monetization stream. Yeah. Now I wonder if I had battle today, I could have a treasure box again. You possibly. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I think you said you made it to the fan club. So the answer is yes, probably if you made it to the fan club. I It's interesting. Miss Darlene, are you still in the room? Because I think she said she'll chat later. Because I think she was somebody that didn't advance, and I don't think she has access anymore. So anybody in the room who does not have access anymore, let me know. I don't know how that. You said, well, fudge. Hello, friend. friends coming into the room. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all joining the live. Thank you for being here. And so, um, yeah, this so the battling thing is a good thing. I could have gone live tonight with boxes. Yes, yes. Yeah, for a panel live. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That yeah, that's definitely something you could have done. Let me get back. Well, friends, let me do this. Are you gonna battle in the morning? You know what? Tomorrow's the very last day. For if I'm not mistaken, the last day for Community Fest. I did plan on it just to unlock this the last day, and continue to participate throughout the end to the end to see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, but to see what happens. So the answer is yes, if y'all have me. So yes, that is the plan. I see treasure box vote on your screen. Say that again. You see treasure box vote on your screen. Interesting. Does it allow you guys to vote? Can battle, then I can get boxes again. Okay, perfect. Come on in. So at 10 o'clock, yes. So come to my 10 o'clock. That sounds great. Yep. Yep. So I'll do it. Thank you for asking that. I apologize. I guess I was just thinking like, will I be battling? Because yes, I will. So yeah, let me know. Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate you all being here. Let me know if my new people who are in the room, if there are any questions. He said I will be there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, appreciate you so much. Is it so you said I'm new. How you doing? Pronounce your name for me. Is it Sujutha? Is that it? Sujutha? Sujatha maybe? Maybe that's it. Sujatha. Okay. I hope I said that correctly. Thank you for all your great information. You are so welcome, Janae. Thank you so much. How do we sign up for your 101? You said, how do we, let me, Lord, that's what I was supposed to be talking about. Um, Sujatha. I think I said that. You said, I was supposed to say, Luna, you are going to get me. I'm new. I'm trying to get some more followers and learn about this. Okay, Sandra, come on in, friend. Yes, stay with me for a little bit. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I said it so quickly. I was like, oh Lord, let me hope I said it correctly. So here's the deal. A couple things you need to know about how to get one-on-ones. Stand store. So like I said earlier, this was supposed to be a learning room. So this is a learning room. It's always a learning room. But I was doing more teaching. Okay, so it's interesting. This whole community fest thing has gotten me away from teaching. And then what has also happened is that TikTok has not had me in the shadows. I have not been able to reach new people to talk about some of my services. And I guess at the end of the day, what I talk about is I want to be cognizant of people who are in my room, learning from me, growing from me, and not being too repetitive for them. So when you get new people in the room and people who are coming in like Sajutha and Sarah, I'm sorry, Sandra. Yeah, Sandra. I was like, was it Sarah or Sandra? Sandra. And people who are new coming in a room and they're hearing information for the first time and asking questions, which is great. And SP, you're asking questions about one-on-ones. So just recognizing that in your room, especially if you're doing this from a business model. Again, we're going to talk about digital marketing and business model. You want to have that balance of your returners and your new folks. You want to see that happen because the returners are coming back. Because I'll say stuff here and you'll be like, that's the first time I thought about that like that. Or that's the first time I heard her say that. She said it this way because somebody new asked a question differently. You know what I'm saying? So you get that. So you need that balance. So what TikTok was doing to me in much of May and June is that it wasn't allowing my page to get to the FYP. So I wasn't seeing a lot of flow in my room. So now we're seeing a little bit more flow. TikTok is trying to be nicer with the whole treasure box thing. And so I'm going to have to be strategic about what the future looks like. But here's what I would traditionally do, and I'm going to do it for you guys now, just so that you guys can see all the different resources I have available from my stand store. I usually walk you through it, and that's an intentional strategy. because as you are talking about your services and your business and resources, you want to make sure people know how to get to them. Okay? So you always want to spend a little time walking people through the process of getting to it. Okay? So I don't gatekeep. I tell you guys what I do. I tell you how I do it. Because at the end of the day, we all can be successful. It doesn't have to just be me. At the end of the day, any one of us can do this and do it in your own way and be just as successful, if not more successful. So that's what this is about. It's not about gatekeeping. So when you meet people who are essentially not giving you all the details, you got to question that person's intentions. You got to question what they have going on. How you doing, Rose? Appreciate your friend. Rose, you were topic of my household throughout the day because I was telling my husband about the air fryer, and I said, now here's what Rose did. I was going through my process and what we end up doing. I'm gonna do it. I think I'm going to do it on Monday. Monday will allow my son to be back at school, and I won't have him interfering and running around in my kitchen and in my live. And so that's what we landed with. Because I was like, well, Rose did it. She was in this little corner. I said, I probably can, situate the camera and have the fire. But I could easily say, yes, he will be interrupted. Y'all saw him this morning. He was interrupted this morning. He said I could do a pick one to three items and just flow. Yes, your son is already no BTS is what is that? He's a 5 year old. Um and so he's a 5 year old and he is in summer camp. Sorry, back to school. That's what you meant, back to school. I was like, BTS, what does that mean? He's in summer camp. That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe she's asking about what he's doing. No, he will be back in summer camp on Monday. Yesterday was a holiday, and then today's the weekend, so he's been with us, and he's been with us because we traveled. We just literally flew back from Italy on Wednesday, and so he's been with us a lot, y'all. So it's time for him to go back. He went back Thursday, and then we had him back on Friday. So it is time for him to be with his people. Yes, he said Mother Love was unhinged. I know you all heard her. No, I didn't hear her. I didn't hear her. Not at all. No, I didn't hear her. Yeah, so not during the time I was there. I think I was with you for about 25 minutes or so. So I saw a nice chunk of your live. And so with that, I'm gonna do the air fryer. So we'll see. I'm gonna do it in person. I put some chicken in before my live, and it's good that I didn't do it live because I learned that I learned that I needed to put it on longer in a different setting. I should have roasted it versus air. So it's little things like that. I'm gonna have to figure out. I'll keep you posted because if I do it, like I said, I may even do it. May even do it midday. So that it's not. I marinated the chicken night before too. That's what I was like. I was gonna cook the chicken, and I was like, maybe I'll do it live, and I was like, maybe I won't. Chucky, you would have burned it in the live. I would have, to be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you this, leadership. I did have the setting too high, so the top coat browned. It browned. It didn't burn, but it was a little browner, and it wasn't all the way done. So I should have roasted it, and so that's one thing I learned. I should have roasted it. I should have yeah. So I should have roasted it. So I'm gonna figure it out. So and then I probably will do something else because that was chicken thighs. So I probably won't do thighs on the live, y'all. If I'm gonna do it where it does come out better. It won't be a hot mess that y'all looking like, what is she doing? She ain't never cooked before. So yeah, so that's what I'll do. Thank you so much, Social Net. How you doing, Doris? How are your friends coming on in? Appreciate you. So yes, so yeah, I'm gonna have to practice. I had my dish idea for the video, and the chicken. Obviously, the chicken nuggets came out well, and then my fish dish came out perfect as well. So I might stay in my lane, chicken nuggets and fish. So we'll see if I venture off to chicken, but I might do something else. You say, you got this, girl, you got this. So we'll see. If I do it, it'll probably be a nice, like maybe a nice hour long live midday. I'm thinking maybe around a 2 o'clock hour on Monday, and just do it in the kitchen, set it up, and something like that. So it's not gonna be late night. It'll be something mid afternoon, and I just do it just for that particular product, and make that part of the live. So we'll see. Just so I can, again, I think to your point, what was helpful was the fact that it's part of the deals for you days. And so just recognizing that that's another way to promote it as part of the deals for you days, and making sure people are able to capitalize on the deal. Yeah. Thank you so much, friends. How you doing? So Gina, thank you so much for being here. And then I think Nika Grace made the suggestion, and Coach Miss Jessie made the suggestion of maybe even later if I did it my regular 8:30 time on a Monday. Again, just thinking about my electronics. So I might make a special live for that. So that may be how I do Monday, and potentially Sunday. We'll see what Sunday looks like. Do you buy the air fryer, or did they receive it as TikTok shop? Received it as TikTok shop. Yeah. So the air fryer, it came through the agency. Jessica with Live Legion, she was able to work with the seller to offer some of them available as a sample. Yeah. And so I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really good. But like I said, I need to probably sit down and figure it out a little bit more before I start being on camera sharing different recipes. Yes, and get people to apply coupons. Yes, and walk them through it. Yes, yes. Yeah, that's what I was doing with my lives, the supplements and stuff. So yeah. So my lives in the evening, because I was showing people, to click the coupon and make sure they grab that so that they can take advantage. And let me say this to you all right now. Anybody in the room, because many of us are TikTok shop sellers. Deals for you days, just so since I'm not on my TikTok shop, I can kind of talk a little freely about it. Deals for you days is where TikTok is rivaling this promotion with the other players out there that have their summer promotions, their summer deals. And Zon, they have theirs. So just recognize that this is a good time. If you are thinking about buying something or rebuying something, this is a good time to do it and go visit somebody's showcase or their live and purchase from them. Okay, so that way you're keeping it in the family. Okay, or you're supporting somebody that could absolutely use the support. So just know there's a lot of people who are doing the live hosts for the shoppable lives, as well as they have people have showcases as well. So click somebody's showcase if they have a product. If you've gone and you're curious and you see something on the shop on TikTok shop, maybe look to see if there is somebody who offers that product. Okay. Yes, go find that item from a friend. That's it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Tech Trends came in earlier. I'm gonna go to her showcase. She mentioned her microphone, so I'm gonna go to her showcase and look at her microphone too. I need to put my little note. So I did it. I wrote it down, but I did not get something I didn't get to this afternoon. Happy to help. I need oh, wait a minute, your girl got two. Go to my showcase. I have two. Actually, I showed it for the first time yesterday. The one that is the newer one, which is very powerful, and then the other one is you said, ooh. You said so. Dr. Lisa Shops. Go to that showcase, not this one. Go to Dr. Lisa Shops. If you go to that showcase, you'll see the vibration plates. There's two different ones. I actually own both of them. And so if you want to see both of them in my live, let me know. Tonight, what I'll do, I will show you, and you guys can see it literally sitting right here. Let me show you that one here. Okay. I will show it tonight. This was super powerful. Honestly, I was like, oh my gosh, because I had the first one that's not as powerful. And I realized it wasn't as powerful. And so my mother-in-law, and she has some arthritis issues with her knees and stuff, is for massage. Is it for massage? Now the one I just showed y'all, it ain't nothing massaging about it. You're shaking, you feel it. You feel your thighs, your legs, you feel all of it. You can lower the speed, don't get me wrong, but again, I think it is still, even on its low speed, operates at a higher rate than my other one. So this one is the Flybird, the vibration plate. Yeah, the Flybird is the one that's powerful. So go, if you go on my shop, you'll see the Flybird. It's on sale. It's actually part of the deals for you days. So you can get it. You'll get it at a cheaper rate than I got it. I think it's about, once you apply the coupons and do all the stuff, you'll probably get it about $10 cheaper than what I paid for it. But everything I found too in my price range. Yep. So, and then that's what I'm saying. Right now with the deals for you days, you're probably gonna get them cheaper. So this is a good time to buy. The Flybird is, I'm not gonna say the price because I don't wanna assume. I don't wanna say the wrong price. TikTok will get me in trouble for that anyway. Don't be exaggerating. I got a violation for that, exaggerating price. I was like, I said it was on the screen. I didn't say it the way you thought I should have said it. So anyway, um, it's good for our bones since we lose bone density after menopause. You're right. You're right. And so my mother-in-law got on it, and it was great for her. So I was going to give her. It's called the Murchie. Is that it? The Murchies. I think that's how you pronounce it. That one I have it in pink. That one is it gets up to for me, I had to operate on the higher level for it to feel like I was really getting a nice little workout from it. This one, I don't have to do that. I mean, it's intense. Um, I think the other one was more from a massage level. Yes, excellent time to shop. It is absolutely. Um, from a massage level, from a nice vibration, the Murchie is the one that you might want if you're not looking for anything super powerful and intense. This Flybird does get to the intense levels pretty quickly, in my opinion. The lower levels are fine, like under five and under, maybe even five and under. But this one goes up to level 120. And I was shaking on level 15, and I went up to 25 in the live yesterday. I was like, "Ooh, that's intense." So, so what I would tell you is that just be mindful of what you're looking for. Just be mindful of it. Price range for all of them are, I think they're all similar. You got to kind of know what you're getting. That's the only thing I would tell you. Kind of pay attention to what you're getting. Look at the reviews. See what you're gonna get. The Flybird, like I said, is super powerful. I like it. I like it a lot. But I'm looking for more of that intensity in it. And the Murchie was good. Question about our showcase. What's that? And really quickly, SP, are you still in the room? Let me show you, because I was supposed to show you guys my stand store real quick. If you want to do a one-on-one with me, a couple things is going to happen in the next, I say this because I'm supposed to do it in like the next 24 to 48 hours. As of Monday, I'm going to be launching coaching. So extended coaching. Okay, so that's what's going to happen, where I'm going to launch that. Can we organize them, have things in specific order? Yes, you can move your showcase around. You got to go to the manage showcase side, and then you can slide things in different orders. I've done it. Yeah. So it's from my desktop or my tablet. I think you just got to move it. I think you got to hit the three lines, and it will let you move it down top order. It's like a sliding down and up. Yeah. You're welcome, friend. Yeah, so you can reorganize it. Absolutely. Stand store, coaching. I do consultations now. So if you just need a quick consultation, it's in there. I'm going to tell you this now, and this is for everybody in listening ears. The consultations actually are going to change when it comes to coaching, okay? Because I need to balance my schedule. So consultations will be a little bit more limited when it comes to how much time I give for the consultations, as well as the cost. So there's two changes that are going to happen with the consultations as well. And so that'll allow me to give more coaching, especially when it comes to, I'm going to offer two different coaching packages, depending on what you need from me, whether you need something that's a little bit more accelerated or if you need more time. So you'll have two different options. I'm not going to share prices right now, only because I'm still trying to make sure in terms of value. I want to make sure I have value, and I'll probably discount them. So it'll, with the initial launch, they'll probably be discounted. So that is for sure. So, but no consultations will end. So if you were to buy a consultation today or tomorrow, you get the better price and you get more time. So I'm gonna say that out loud for anybody who wants to take advantage of consultations. But just know as of Monday, things will change. It'll probably take an effect Sunday. So more than likely Sunday I won't go live because I need to make sure I put stuff out there. Thank you all for being in the room. I appreciate you coming to the live. Let me know if you have questions. Um, and then really what I will offer is more focus from a coaching perspective, more focus on your business strategy. So I want to do that. And then there's some people who will need, thank you all who are coming on live, I appreciate you, who will need more intensive hand holding. So it just depends on what you're offering. I like to make sure I'm balancing the accelerator and someone who just needs someone to kind of check in, that accountability, that quick acceleration versus someone who needs a little bit more confidence building, accountability, those type of things. So, and then also the business strategy. So there's two different approaches that I'm talking about. So because of that, I'm going to be changing my stand store. So what you see today actually will look different, come slightly different with some things that are going to, change in terms of my layout as of Monday. All right, friends, really quickly, let me do this. Let me know if you have any other questions. I'll probably stay on for maybe another 15 to 30 minutes, just making sure that I got to build in time because I am going to shop tonight. I'm doing the TikTok shop tonight at 8:30. So I want to make sure that I am able to prep for that. And at some point I gotta go look at this, see what this chicken turned out. I don't know what the chicken turned out. My husband, I left him. I said, "Hey, pay attention to chicken. Take some pictures because I might use it for content." So we'll see what the chicken looks like when I go back and look. How you doing, Happy? Appreciate you being here, friend. Um, okay, so friends, here's what I will say. Really quickly for those who are in the room. SP, did you leave me? Let me know because SP asked the question about my consultation. She might have had to go. Let me know. Anybody else who needed me to walk through this real quick? Hello, how you doing, Mom Cat? Hello, friend. Hello. Let me show you my stand store. We're gonna walk through that, and then anybody who is new in the room, I always want to spend a little time with you if you have specific questions about the Go Live journey. So this particular live, I said, is confidence TikTok live host. So I named it that on purpose because I want you to feel confident about doing this. What ultimately happens, and you'll see many of the people in the room, they are live hosts here, and then they also have shop, and they're doing shoppable lives and stuff like that. So just know that this becomes kind of a way to get acclimated and familiar with the platform so that when you do want to expand and have other, monetization opportunities for yourself, you can do it. Okay. Now we talked a little bit about shop. Shop is it's a different beast, but at the same time, it's not something that you couldn't do. I just want you to be, comfortable with talking, familiar with the platform, also being able to, share some features and benefits about yourself and what you have to offer, as well as if you're talking about specific products. All right, friends. So let's do this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you through. If you click my profile here, my mini profile will pop up. If you click my photo again, so if you click my photo twice essentially, you click my photo again, it's going to take you to my primary profile. On my primary profile stands for, I'm going to flip my camera so you guys can see that. I flip my camera by clicking more. Once I click more, there's flip camera. So I always kind of walk you through so you know what I'm doing. Can you speak to why folks are doing more lives with boxes? TikTok has a couple different campaigns that are focused on the multi-guests. So yeah, so that's what's happening. TikTok has the multi-guest feature. I will also say when you schedule out a live, because I scheduled out my lives for at least the next 4 days, it actually has an option for you to click the multi-guest live. So I'm under the impression that through those campaigns, as well as people scheduling out their lives, they're selecting that they're doing multi-guest. The multi-guest also is part of how TikTok is trying to bring more visibility and community to your live. So it's not a bad thing, actually, to make sure you're having people come up. Because what will traditionally happen is that people, even as a guest, people see you in the bubble. So your followers, when they look in their inbox, or your friends, they see that somebody they're following is live at the time. And that allows more visibility to your live, and it drives more traffic. So it's definitely a strategy that people are doing. Yeah, so it's definitely a strategy. Yeah, and like Rose said, they want you to build community. Yeah, they want you to build community. So, and like I said, I also see it as a way for it offers more visibility to your life if you think about it from that perspective. So it's offering more visibility. Thank you all who are coming into the live. I appreciate you. Let me know if you have any questions. How you doing, Nika Grace? Nika, you said I like the live. Where you been, friend? um, Here's what I will say. So click my profile. Mini profile pops up. Click my profile picture again. My main profile pops up. I'm flipping my camera. If you guys see, we are on my main profile here. And on my main profile is my stand store link. Okay? You can click that. And on my stand store link, you'll see where's the launch your income page. And then all the things in here. I'm not going to walk through all this, but know this is kind of a beginner kit. How you doing, Camille? How are you, friend? This is a beginner kit for anyone who is interested in digital marketing and taking mini courses to understand how to get in this business model and what to do. There's some terminology and things that you probably need to be familiar with or aware of, if nothing else, so that you can think strategically about how do you grow and how do you make residual income. And when people talk about making money overnight and in their sleep, it's because they understand funnel building, they understand upsells, they understand email marketing, they understand the concepts that are directly aligned with digital marketing. Okay, and so that's what this teaches you. If you are someone who is totally unfamiliar with with what happens here, this is a beginner program for you. This is also how you get into my Instagram group chat if you get this, as well as how you get ongoing access and support from me. Okay. Have you heard Tita slap our hands saying certain words like "oh, even platforms separate from here"? I haven't heard. I have not heard. Well, let me take that different. Let me say that differently. I've heard that, but I think it's the way you do it. So a lot of people are doing it in a way where they are taking people away from the app. What I just did was just flip my camera. So I told you how to get to my profile, told you where my link in my bio is, and then I flip my camera. So a lot of people are doing that differently, where they're either not flipping their camera, they may be turning their phone around, doing some other tactics. But essentially I just flip my camera. So I'm still in app, and many of the people in the room are still in the app as well. So they didn't go anywhere. So yeah, it's about how you do it. So demonstrating is more acceptable. Yeah, I'm just demonstrating. I'm just walking you through. That's it. And it's up to you if you want to go here later and book an appointment or get anything from here. But no, I'm just walking you through. So it is truly demonstration. Yeah. So yeah, some people do it in a way that is not demonstrating. Okay. So you just gotta walk people through. So I have one-on-one appointments. You can schedule that. I'll probably add a few more, but like I said, I'm changing them. Right now you get a 45-minute appointment, $40. And so just know that time is going to be shifted a little bit because I have to reallocate time to the coaching sessions. And then also my people who are newbies, my people who are beginners on this. If you are curious about how to make sure that you understand all things you should be doing as a live host, this is a 3-page checklist that'll walk you through the things you need to do. It is something that you might find valuable because a lot of times people miss out on some of the engagement pieces to go on live. And then also, if you are so uneasy about talking live, I tell people all the time, use the AI. So this is about 20 different prompts that I have in here for you that walks you through how to come up with your topic, your niche, and then also know who's your audience. I tell you all the time, you need to know your audience, because if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Okay, so that's important that you know who is your target audience, and then ultimately, how do you make sure that you use the AI to help you come up with your messaging for your live. So I say a script, not that you're reading a script, but you want to have something that you as talking points for your live that aligns with your audience and their interest in your brand. Okay, so that's what this is going to help you with. Is six steps that's in this guide, and each step has multiple prompts for you to use. We're coming up with how you're connecting with your audience. Um, and then finally, my people, so here's how you do the one-on-one consultations. Under these consultations, you'll see the coaching that's going to get added. And then my people who are nervous, shy, introverted, you're overthinking this process. I have my overthinking the action guide in here. So this is in here for you so that you can essentially build confidence in your ability to do something that you've never done before. Oftentimes our mindset will keep us from doing something radically different. And so we'll say to ourselves, you can't do that. You're too nervous. You're too shy. You're too afraid. You're introverted. And that stops you from doing something that you've never done. And then you might even overthink the process. Like, oh, all this live stuff on the screen is so intimidating. I can never learn it. I can never do it. And so just recognize that's the overthinking. Okay? And that's the negative mindset. So you got to shift your thinking and say, okay, let me try it out. Let me do this. Let me keep doing it. Let me keep experiencing this. I know practice makes perfect. I know practice makes progress, not perfect. I know it makes progress. And I know as I continue to learn and grow, I'll get better. And so that's the mindset you have to have. You can't go into it saying, I have to have all these things lined up for me to do it. That's not the case. Okay? Thank you so much, Star. Appreciate you, friend. That's not the case. So just know that a lot of this is based on you just taking the initiative. So this is a goal setting guide, and it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Okay. Um, I'm gonna stop there. The very first thing in here I didn't talk about is UBC. I am an affiliate for them. I stand by UBC. I think it's a great course and community. It's not for everybody. Dr. Lisa will tell you the truth, and I will say it's not for everybody. It's costly too, but ultimately, if you are really trying to have a comprehensive understanding of all the things that you could be doing when it comes to branding yourself in this digital marketing business, this space, this is going to teach you that. It's going to teach you about affiliate marketing, brand deals. It's going to tell you about memberships. It's going to tell you about different social media platforms and how to grow on that. They love, love, love Instagram. And so just know that you're getting all of that plus a community. It's like 55,000 people in that community. So it's really good and it's really big, but it's just a matter of how do you want to engage in that. And so, like I said, it's not for everybody, but I think it's a great resource and tool, and I'm in there pretty often. So that is what I will say about that. Um, like I said, I'm not going to walk through the bundle I usually walk through and then the overthinking, but let me know if you have specific questions. The reason why I'm doing kind of an abbreviated version, because next week, once I add the coaching, I probably will spend a lot more time in there so you guys can really see what I have available, and knowing that I'm adding coaching too as resources for people to get ongoing support or a little bit more consistent support. Let me know if there's any questions, friends. I appreciate you all being here. This has been fun, fun, fun. We got 19 treasure boxes going on. I'll probably do a round number. I'll do 20, and then let's see, it has to kind of pop up in a second, and then we're gonna let those fizzle out. And so as they fizzle out, you're more than welcome to grab them. And then I'm going to transition to, because I go live at 8:30. So my 8:30 is 8:30 Eastern. So right now it's almost 6:30 Eastern. 8:30 Eastern, and I am doing TikTok Shoppable Live. And it is on health and wellness, primarily some supplements, some other wellness products. I talked about the vibration plate. So there's some things where the way I'm approaching this is really about just having a healthy lifestyle and thinking about things you can do from your gut health to your heart health to your dental hygiene health, when it comes to just overall physical health, your bone strength, your endurance. And so just thinking about ways that you need to make sure you're taking care of your body. Thank you so much, Nika. And so that's what the live is about. And so it's one of those. It's interesting doing the health and wellness products, specifically the supplements, because a lot of people are. And again, you need to know your audience. And I tell you guys all the time, your audience is a reflection of you. So I'm going to tell you this. I am a person that is probably in the last 2 years, okay, that has been more or less committed to doing supplements. I've been fair weather for all the years before that. Okay. When I say all the years before that, I remember my mom distinctly because I was an athlete in high school and in college as well. I ran track and field, and my mom wanted me to get on different vitamins and just make sure I was being very intentional about taking my daily vitamins and stuff. And even as a kid, they would give us vitamins and stuff. We was on the Flintstone vitamins for the longest. I was one of those people who just never really liked taking supplements. And in the last couple of years, my husband is dedicated to supplements. He is on it constantly. What I found is that I have severe allergies and I was not taking a daily allergy supplement. So on an annual basis, maybe a couple times a year, I shouldn't even say annual, a couple times a year, I would have these severe um, um, it was either walking pneumonia. I caught the flu every time the new year would come into play without fail. Right after New Year's celebration, I was sick for about a week. I was always that person, but I was never taking my daily allergy pill. I wasn't taking any supplements like zinc or anything like that. And then now that I'm older, much older, I'm realizing that I have to. I just have to. And it's helped quite a bit, especially with the allergies living in Florida and stuff. So it's helped a lot with taking my daily allergy pill. It's also helped being consistent when it comes to my other herbal remedies like the zinc and some multi vitamins that I'm taking. And then now I'm taking the probiotics on a regular basis. And so because of that, thank you all for the follow. Thank you for the daily heart me. Because of that, I'm like a strong believer. So it's interesting. Like when I said the supplements that I showcase are supplements that I actually use, they are actually supplements I use. But it's because I now understand the value and importance of it. Um, and so when it comes to showcasing the products, it's kind of like, I'm talking about it. I have to stay within this parameter of what I can and can't say and how I discuss them. And so just know that if I could talk a little bit more freely, I would. I probably would tell. I'm going to play around with it tonight and maybe do a little bit more storytelling, but just recognize that, a lot of that is important for just your overall health and well-being. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you for the popular votes. Thank you so much. Is it in tap? Thank you so much, friend. Um, so yeah, so that's something you want to keep in mind. Thank you all for coming into live. I can't have make more leeway with our personal experience. Yeah, I wish we could. I wish we could. Especially like I said, they don't want you to say anything that's too exaggerated. They don't want you to say any claims that are just your personal claims versus when you speak too narrow about you don't want people to assume that that's going to be the results they have and that's the experience they have. So that's kind of the logic, but at the same time, I was like, well, that's the whole point of it all, though, isn't it? People want to hear your real personal account. So you just got to be careful about how you say it. Hello, friends. How are you coming in? Thank you so much. Um, Let me know, my new friends in the room, if there are any questions. Let me know if there's any questions. Like I said, I'm about to wrap up shortly, but I always want to make sure I'm answering questions. If there's anything you're curious about and you're like, what is going on with this app, or what does this mean, or anything like that, I'm happy to answer questions. I just want to make sure you don't feel confused about anything on here. You typically will go to rooms and either people will ignore your question or not know or answer. So or if the chat is chatting, it may not get seen. So just know I'm happy to answer questions, especially for my new folks. Um, See you in the morning for our battle. Enjoy your evening. Appreciate your praying. Yes, I will be here. 10 o'clock. Try to come. I guess maybe around 10, 15, 20, 10, 20. We'll start it. We'll see how the room gets to going for the first 15, 20 minutes before starting. I'm sorry, I'm using you to discover about the fan clubs in the Edie. Hello, Frank. You said in the Community Fest. Thank you so much. So you must have clicked it through. Okay, gotcha. And you must have clicked it through the Community Fest screen. So Community Fest, yes. Okay, so Community Fest is actually about to end tomorrow. I believe tomorrow at midnight. I actually need to look and see, is it tonight at midnight or tomorrow at midnight? I have to look at the exact end time. But I think it's 11:59 on the 6th of July. And so what happens with the fan club is that when you click someone's fan club, you essentially are becoming part of their community. And what you're able to do is send the daily heartbeat, because that's what that is, the daily heartbeat, as well as the popular vote. So those two, the popular vote should be in the gift box. And so those two will help to increase someone's ranking or increase the fan club ranking for that room. Now we are way, way deep down in the 200s, 200 plus. So we are not, we'll see what happens in this whole process. But at the end of the day, we are not deep in the running for being the top fan club, because I think we have to have 28,000 more points. Okay. But with that being said, we do have, you would click the treasure box if you want to vote. Somebody said you can vote for me. I'm not sure what that means, but I think you can collect votes and take those to other live hosts if you want to get votes. And then also you could go to your community fest and make sure you click it, the one that says for you, and make sure you do all the steps. You said I just did. Okay, you were able to vote for me. Other people said they weren't able to vote for me. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what the reason that's what's in treasure box. Yeah. Is it vote specifically for me? Yes, vote tickets. You could collect those and take those to other people's rooms and vote for them, technically. Or you could vote for me. So, yeah. So people were saying they weren't able to vote for me. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on then. I know Miss Darlene, she said she had a whole lot of votes. She said she wasn't able to vote for me. So she was just going to not vote. She's like, if I can't vote for you, I ain't voting. I'm not voting. Right. So hi, how you doing? But yeah, I don't know what's the rhyme or reason. I said I still can't vote. You can't. So Trisha, you was one of the people who couldn't vote for me either. Yeah, I don't know, friend. I have no clue. Star, what did you do differently? You just went and clicked on. You said I didn't do nothing different. I just did it. Thank you so much for the vote, though. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for the support. That's what this is all about. Star of Star. Is it Star of Star Nation? It gets cut off on the name. Appreciate you, friend. Uh-oh. I sent an invite back. So don't answer. Don't answer. Don't answer. No. Don't do it. I was able to vote for you. You were, Edie? Okay, perfect. I think those of us that can't vote for you maxed out on voting. We can't vote for anyone. Really? Okay. I was yes, laugh out loud. Okay, I got you. I'm not able to vote for you either. All right. Did you vote a whole lot when you maxed out on voting? So Nika Grace, how many votes did you, when you think about throughout the 2 weeks or so, how many votes did you cast? Did you do over, the first week should have been like 15 to 20. Second week was like 100 plus. Third week should have been about 200 plus. We get rewards for voting. Yes, you get rewards for voting. Yes, that's. I think that's where I was telling people to make sure they collect the votes and cast the votes, just to make sure I have over 200 votes. Really, I'm maxed out every time. I think you have to grab it and click it really quick, and then you are only allowed so many votes. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. When I did the voting, it was pretty straightforward. It wasn't anything where I needed more votes because I think at the time I haven't voted in the 200. I'll be honest with you all because I was on vacation, so I haven't done anything with this latest global round. The 100 votes I did cast, and I, honestly, I cast them in multiple rooms that I went to. That when y'all was going live or different people were going live, I would go and make sure I sent somebody 20 votes here and another 20 votes here. So I did that to get to the 100. And so that's how I did the first round, the regional round. But the global round, I haven't participated in like that. And so I'm not sure what happened. But when I was doing the 100, I didn't max out beyond, the 100 votes or so that I did. But I don't know what it means to be blocked and what that looks like. So I can't speak to that. But this is something, what I will say is that as you continue to go in your live journey, you definitely want to participate in the different TikTok campaigns. I think that's a great strategy to make sure that you are able to get more eyes on your page, get more engagement and stuff. So I would definitely encourage doing more of that. Hello, friend. No hablo español. Did I say that? No hablo español? I think that's what I'm reading. Now, that is Spanish, isn't it? Yo no hablo English la cento. I don't know what that last word means. Yes. Okay. And my battery needs to charge. Yes, but I don't know what the full sentence meant. I saw where it's like no English. I don't speak. They don't speak English. Means sorry. Okay, so sorry, I don't speak English. Is that that's pretty much what was said? And then I should say, lo siento, no hablo español. Is that right? Did I say it out of order? Perfect. Look at me. Look at me. I'm going to be bilingual before this is all said and done, y'all. That's what TikTok is going to teach me. You said you got it. I am going to be bilingual. You said us, crypto. That means you are correct. Is that it? You're correct? You're correct. That's what's going to happen for me, y'all. I'm going to be bilingual. I'm going to be able to read it and speak it. That's it. In this chat, I'm like, I think I've seen this. I'm just curious, why do they come in this room? He said, why? What, should I take that personal? I said, why do y'all come to this room? Y'all know that girl don't speak Spanish. Hi, Sarah. It was great. It was great. We were talking about the bilingual. He said, some reason we hear good vibes. There we go. Me too. I wonder what sends them here. He said, it's my energy, y'all. It's all my energy. They're like, look here, let me click in here. He said they come all the time. He said it's your beauty. Thank you so much. You know what? I agree. I'm gonna claim that one. Thank you so much. They're like, look here, let me click to see it. Maybe she do speak Spanish. She might. It may very well be possible. She gonna speak Spanish to us. No, I won't be. No, I don't know. No, but Sarah, it was good. I'm laughing too because that was my daughter's experience too with her. We went to Italy. It was great, and she's realizing that she may have to speak a little bit of Italian. She knows Spanish. She just took. So she had started taking Spanish in elementary school, and even her preschool, unlike my son's preschool, there is multilingual in his preschool too. He's picked up on a few words, not fluent. My daughter was definitely better than him with knowing words, knowing obviously the alphabet and not the alphabet, the numbers and stuff like that. So she picked up on a lot of words. And so in elementary they had a class, she took that. In middle school she took 2 years, like 7th and 8th grade they had it. And then in high school she took 2 years. She should have took a third. Because what had happened was she was like, oh, I'm good, I don't need to take another one. So what happened was when she got to college, she was going to be a science major. She is a science major. She picked up a second major. She's actually, it's a dual. It's not a double major. It's actually two separate degrees. So she will get bachelor's of science in biology, and she's going to get a bachelor's of arts in psychology. Psychology has a language requirement. So she literally just had to finish Spanish number 2. So she had to take Spanish 1 and 2 because what she did in high school did not count at the college level, which I thought they should have gave her 1, but they didn't count it at all. She would have gotten credit, I think, for 1 if she had taken that 3rd year in high school. And she's like, oh, I'm done with Spanish. I'm not going to need it, blah, 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 blah. And, we live in Florida, so obviously there are Spanish-speaking people everywhere throughout the whole state. And so she had to take Spanish. So what she learned is that she says Italian, when she sees it, hears it, seems very similar to Spanish words. So she's like, I'm going to learn it after all. I'm going to be able to speak it. So she's going to learn through Italian, actually. she's going to learn it. You said it is. Yeah, that's what she was saying. She was like, yeah. She said, it's the same word. They just put a little twang on it in Italian. That's all. It's the same exact word. I was like, okay, friend. I was like, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so she will, she'll be a little bit more fluent, probably with both languages when she gets back home. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good trip. Thank you for asking. Let's see. I even try to see if I can speak it. Do you really? You do. Awesome. All right, friends. I so appreciate you. All romance languages. Yes. I enjoyed Italy. My visit this time. Obviously, we didn't get to do as much tourist stuff, but I thought it was really good. My Mexican friend says the same about Italian. Yes. Yeah. So, just hearing people speak it around us, and when she was she was hearing the conversation, she was like, I think I know what they said. And she would say it back, and she was answering questions and answering things in Italian because she was making the correlation to Spanish. So, yeah. All right, my dear friends, I appreciate you all. I need to get my mind right for my shoppable live at 8:30. We'll see how that goes for me. I appreciate all the support. If you guys want to stop by at Dr. Lisa Shops at 8:30 Eastern, I will be on that account doing my shoppable live, and then and it's based on health and wellness supplements. I will showcase the vibration plate. I might even start with that because that vibration plate, just shifting my camera and doing all the things was easier to do it. I might do it in the beginning and then shift everything at the end. But let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all being here. I will be back tomorrow for my regular times. Have fun. I'm off to bed, so I'm sad. Oh, that's fine, Colleen. Thank you so much for being here, though. And so I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. on this account. So see you guys later. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my friends. Appreciate you being here. Who is in the house? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate the support. All my friends who like the live, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate all the support on the live. Let me know if you have questions as well. Feel free to go to my Stand store as well, as the link is in my bio for you to get any support from me. I appreciate you all. You can schedule appointments and all the support. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.